What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Lifestyle Sports Podcast. It's AI from the 210. We had a great NBA Finals game last night that we definitely got to get into. There's a lot of great NBA topics that we got to cover. But before we get into that, first, I've been hearing a lot of the news that Ben Simmons may be out of Philly. That it may be a new place or a new destination he needs to go to continue his career. So with that being said, Ben Simmons is still a great young player. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he has a lot to contribute to this league and to his career. So if Ben Simmons leaves Philly, where should he go? You know what I'm saying? I have my top 3 destinations I feel like he should go to in order to continue his basketball career. You know what I'm saying? To continue his history. So this past season, Ben Simmons averaged 14.6 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, and 6.9 assists per game. So we see those are pretty good numbers for a point guard. You know what I'm saying? He did his job. He made the all-star team, and he was an all-defensive first-team selection. So, of course, he could hoop. You know what I'm saying? He might have won all-defensive player of the year if it wasn't for Gobert. I believe he came in second. So he almost won that award. So we see Ben Simmons could hoop, and he does his thing. You know what I'm saying? Definitely can hoop. With him only playing 4 seasons and him only being 25 years old when the season starts, he has a lot of basketball left to play. So I'm going to get to my top 3 teams, top 3 destinations I feel like he should go to in order to continue his career at the highest level. And number 3, I got the Portland Trail Blazers. Shout out Portland. I feel like this could be a good place for him to go, start his career over, you know what I'm saying, get out of the Philly market, go to Portland, which I feel is like a smaller laid-back market. But Portland, they hoop. They always a good team. They're always competitive every year. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like, what if Dame decides he wants to leave Portland like we've been hearing? He could take over that spot. He could take over Dame's spot. They'll still have CJ and have some other players. Or if the Portland Blazers want to keep Dame, you know what I'm saying, and they end up trading CJ, then he could play that role too. You know what I'm saying? Swap him for CJ. And I feel like Portland instantly is cold. Like, they already cold, but, you know, that he plays great on defense and he's a great passer. And Dame already can score. They already have some other pieces who can score. So I feel like that'd be a good place. And number 2, I have to go with the Golden State Warriors. This makes the best fit basketball-wise. This is the best fit for him basketball-wise. You know what I'm saying? He's an elite level passer and he's great on defense. So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, he would play with the 2 best shooters of all time. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry, who arguably is the best shooter of all time. And we know Clay, when Clay get hot, you know what I'm saying? He obviously is one of the best shooters of all time, and he's coming back from injury. So you put Ben Simmons in that role. Maybe you swap him for Draymond. You get a younger player who can still pass as good and still as great on defense. So I feel like basketball-wise, that would be the greatest fit for Ben Simmons. And then the last team I have to go with, you know what I'm saying, at number 1, I got to go with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Shout out them T-Wolves. He could be a great piece for this young team. He already has a lot of experience. In Philly, they've been in the playoffs. They've been winning. So he can bring a culture that they haven't had in Minnesota. But they have some young talent that I feel like if he was to go over there and bring it, it'd be a perfect mix. They already have Karl Anthony Towns. They already have Anthony Edwards. So these are 2 great players already. Maybe if they trade D'Angelo Russell, D'Angelo could hoop, you know what I'm saying, they trade D'Angelo Russell, Ben Simmons could say he's the reason that everything flipped around in Minnesota and that they were able to make the playoffs. So I definitely feel like he may be that missing piece, bring his elite passer and his elite defense with Anthony Towns and Edwards. They can make the playoffs in the West. So I feel like these are the top 3 destinations Ben Simmons should consider if he leaves Philly. And, of course, last night, we got to get into Game 4 of the NBA Finals. We got the Suns versus the Bucks. The Bucks win 109-103. So the series is now tied 2-2. Look like we got a good series on our hands. You know what I'm saying? Look like we got some good games coming up. So we got Chris Middleton, 40 points. Middleton was hooping, 40 points and 6 rebounds. We see when Middleton gets hot, Middleton can hoop. Some people argue and say he probably is the best player on the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? It depends how you look at it and see it. So we see Middleton had a great explosive game. We go to Giannis, 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists. So he had a near triple-double, a nice balanced game from Giannis, and he was hooping. I like this game from Giannis. And also the Bucks had 5 players in double figures. So we see they were just ready to hoop this game. They were at home, and they had to hoop. We go to the Suns. Devin Booker, 42 points. It don't matter if the nose broke, take off the face mask. You know what I'm saying? D-Book is still out there killing. 42 points. Other than D-Book, we got Crowder with 15. And then we had DeAndre Ayton with 6 points and 17 rebounds. So Ayton was on them boards killing. But I definitely feel like if the Suns had a greater offensive output, if D-Book had somebody else who could have got maybe 25, 30 or something like that, they might have could have won. But he looked like he was the main one who was hot. You know what I'm saying? The Suns also had 17 turnovers. So that killed them right there. Them 17, you can't have 17 turnovers in a finals game. And the Bucks had 24 points off those turnovers. So they took advantage of the opportunity that was given, and we see how it played out. The Bucks had 22 team assists, so they was getting the ball around. Makes sense why 5 players were in double figures. So they got the win they needed to get at home, and then you just look at the box score. If you just watch the game, you see it was made for them to win. CP3 only had 10 points, 7 assists, and I believe he had like 5 turnovers. So this wasn't his best of games at all. And I definitely expect CP3 to have a better game next game. So, you know what I'm saying, we see how this also played a role in it too. Shout out CP3 though, you know what I'm saying, on his quest for that first ring. Well, they'll play Game 5 back in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Game 5 will be in Phoenix. If you ask me who I believe will win Game 5, I got to go with the Suns since they'll be at home. It looks like both these teams is winning at home. They're taking the wins that they're supposed to have. And I know in the finals it's tough. So I do believe Phoenix, you know what I'm saying, they go back to Phoenix, the Suns to get that win. And since it's tied 2-2, like as a basketball fan, I want to see this go 7. You know what I'm saying? So it looked like it might go. So I believe we're going to get a 7-game series, and we'll have some great games at the end. I'm hoping for a Game 7. And, of course, I got Suns in 7. I got to see Chris Paul hold up the trophy and get his first ring after all this work he put in. So I got Suns in 7. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Lifestyle Sports Podcast. It's AI from the 210. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, follow on IG at the Lifestyle Sports Podcast, at Allen Iverson, ALAN Iverson. Till next time.